Good morning, Facebook friends. Jules Polonetsky here from the Future of Privacy Forum. I'm going to talk a little bit about what's up with WhatsApp and Facebook. In honor, today I have worn my special Delete Cookies Cookie Monster shirt. And as you can see, Cookie Monster is not excited about the idea that somebody would delete cookies. So on that note, let's talk about what happened. So many of you remember that when Facebook bought WhatsApp, there was a big focus on what would happen with WhatsApp data. Now, one company buys another, you expect them to have their data. But WhatsApp really had made a focus out of privacy, and their CEO, who now is on Facebook's board, was very focused on his distaste for third-party banner ads. None of us love those, and he said, never, never on WhatsApp. And so when the acquisition happened, Facebook made some formal statements. WhatsApp made some formal statements, and they put up announcements where they legally put themselves on the hook for what would happen in the future. And as many of you know, the FTC holds people, companies responsible for commitments they make. If it's a CEO making the statement, or if you put it out in your privacy policy and you say, I'm not going to do this or that, you now need to keep up with that commitment, or you could get new permission. The FTC standard is that you need to get express consent if you're going to use data that was collected under an old policy in some new way. Well, here we are today. As many of you know, WhatsApp still doesn't have those banner ads, and I guess somebody said it's probably time for WhatsApp to start making some money. So you might charge. People don't like that. You might put those third-party banner ads. The WhatsApp audience doesn't like them. Their CEO doesn't like them. And so here's what WhatsApp has decided to do. Now, many of you who are using messaging around the world know that these apps have become tremendous commerce engines. You can sign up to get alerts. You can do all sorts of transactions, all kinds of phone calling. So one thing is WhatsApp is going to start to offer those sorts of services. Today, you can't sign up for WhatsApp alerts from a business. In the future, there'll be ways that you can say, yeah, that's how I want you to be contacting me. But the other big thing that they're doing is they're going to allow Facebook to use your WhatsApp phone number. Now, how are they going to use it? They're not going to be sharing your phone number on Facebook where your friends can see it, or people who you are sharing information with can or can't see it. That's not happening. What is going to happen? So Facebook has a number of ways that you see ads on Facebook today. Right? I think we probably are aware that we like things, we post things, and we end up seeing ads that Facebook thinks are relevant to us because of what we've done. But another way that Facebook decides what ads to show you is it works with different businesses that might have your name. You might be on the company email list at your favorite retailer. They may have your phone number. Facebook works with those companies, and they have this sort of mashing up, encrypting, and de-identifying process where they create what they call custom audiences. So that retailer that you work with wants to reach you on Facebook. There's no connection between that retailer and you on Facebook, but by linking this up temporarily, because the retailer doesn't want Facebook to keep their customer list, and Facebook doesn't want to have that information, but by linking it up in a temporary way, now your retailer can say, show ads to my customers on Facebook. And that phone number is that critical link up. So what WhatsApp is going to do is it's going to allow Facebook. Now remember, they acquired them. They're sitting there on computers that already are owned by Facebook, but they've kept them functionally separate. What they're going to do now is they're going to use that information to enable that sort of matching up on Facebook. Well, wait a second. Didn't they make some commitments saying we won't do this? And doesn't the FTC have the ability to enforce that sort of thing? Exactly, which is why what they're doing is they're doing it with a consent permission flow. Now let's take a look at exactly how that's going to work so we can assess, do we think they're doing a good job? Are they showing people, here's the deal, do you agree, do you disagree, do you have any choices? So joining me here is Carrie. Carrie, step over. Carrie's one of our team here at the Future Privacy Forum, and she's going to show us her phone. Carrie, grab your phone, hold it up here. So if you go even closer, so you can see, hopefully there, the screen that Carrie got today when she opened up WhatsApp saying, hey, there's news, there's a new policy, we want you to agree and accept this new policy. I'd have liked a little bit more about, hey, we're going to be doing something with Facebook here instead of simply some description of the new features. but there's only so much room on that screen. And what they did do is, right there on the screen, you don't have to scroll down, let's read closely, turn it around for me a second. There is this read more about the key updates to our terms and privacy policy. Now, usually that is a big pain in the neck because you got to go click and go to some website and then scroll down. So let's click on that here. Let me see if I can even do it live here for you. Let's click on that. And as you see, we got a really nice pop-up now that describes more detail. Oh, actually the terms are still rendering. Our Wi-Fi is a little bit slow. But look what is right there. You can't miss it at all. You don't got to scroll down. You don't got to click off to some additional website. You got this clear call out here. And what does it say? Share my WhatsApp account information with Facebook to improve my Facebook ads and product experience. My phone number won't be shared on Facebook no matter what. And if I don't want that to happen, and let's see, I usually let these things happen because I want to see what's going on. But Carrie, I don't know. What are you? A little more private? You're not into it?
I don't want that.
Carrie is not into it. So let us just say, bam. And now what does it say? It says, now if you say agree, your account info will not be shared. And we're going to hit agree. And Carrie has now told Facebook that, thank you very much, I'd like to continue using WhatsApp, and I don't want my ads to be better. Sorry, advertisers, she's fine with the ads the way they are, and so she has opted out. Now, you got to do this now if you're a WhatsApp user, because the deal for new users and the deal for everyone is going to be that your number is used after you say, yeah, I agree to this. They're giving you this 30-day window. Everyone forever will have this deal when they accept the terms. Everyone who was an old user has to say, hey, here's the new deal. Facebook can't use that information since they promised these people previously that there was a different deal. So you're going to have to click through this terms and say, yes, I accept the new deal, or I'm not interested in using WhatsApp. But now, and for the next 30 days, you get the ability to say, keep me under the old deal, please. I don't care whether WhatsApp makes money, not my problem. I'm opting out. I don't care. I'm not interested. So some of the folks, as you can imagine, privacy critics and others are up in arms. They don't want this happening. They argue there needs to be express consent and opt-in. I think they've got an opt-in, and it seems to be reasonably easy to use. I imagine a lot of people are going to opt out if they don't want this to happen. We just saw Carrie here opt out. So I think legally they've done the nuts and bolts. I've read about complaints being filed with the FTC. Let me make something clear. There's no such thing as a complaint with the FTC. Now, what do I mean by that? You can complain. I'm complaining now. I'm complaining. You can send an email. You can send a letter. You can send a big document and say, I complain. Okay. The FTC is going to look at it if you're a notable organization, or if they read about it in the media, or if they get a lot of emails, they're going to look at it. They do that. But there isn't a formal, I'm suing you, I'm filing a complaint. So the FTC will look, I'm sure, at the complaints that Epic and others have said they're going to object because they don't want Facebook doing this, or they don't think that they can do it, or that their notices aren't good enough. And presumably the FTC will say, well, they are going through a good consent process, and they're getting clear permission, and they're letting even the people who don't want that to happen to opt out. But I guess we'll be debating that and discussing it further. Anyway, hope it's useful that we shared a little bit of the nuts and bolts here. I'm opting in, Carrie's opting out, and that's what's up with what Facebook is doing with WhatsApp. Cookie Monster, he's okay. All right, have a good weekend.